Hey guys, this is Candle and welcome back to Final Fantasy II. Alright, let's get into this. When we last left off, we picked up, I believe, the white mask. And now we need to figure out what to do with it. I think we have to go to Myssidia, but I'm not entirely sure if the game has told us that yet. I'll be honest, it's been a few days since I last played. So now that we have the mask... excuse me. Now that we have the mask, let's go talk to Hilda and Gordon. See what they have to say about this. Take the white mask with you to Myssidia. The mages there should know more about its purpose. Okay. So yeah, pretty much exactly the same thing. The Empire has been silent of late, but I have no doubt the Emperor is hatching his next plot even as we speak. You must find the Ultima Tome as soon as possible. We're counting on you. Alright. Well, I guess we need to go to Myssidia then. Before we do, is it worth stopping at Finn to do stuff? We have a lot of money. And we have a bunch of stuff we don't need or want, really. So I think it might be worth coming in here to go ahead and sell some stuff. Alright, let's sell... Yeah, go ahead and sell that. Sell this, sell that. Alright. All this stuff we're not going to use. I kind of want to hold on to these for now, just in case. But I think we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And those. Alright. Well, in that case... Yeah, no upgrades for anybody here. Okay, swords, weapons, probably no upgrades here either. Yeah, no real upgrades here. Not for the characters we want anyways. Okay, items. Alright, high potions. Go ahead and max that out again. Alright, let's go ahead and max out our other items here. We've got plenty of money. There we go. And then... give me one more cottage. Give me an elixir. And give me... give me 9 ethers. That'll be enough for now. I think we're good. Alright. Now, if you're wondering why things look a lot more vibrant now, it's because I realized my PS5 Pro, by default, because I never went in and changed it, by default, it was set to have HDR on for everything, force HDR in games that did not support it. So, unfortunately, I think that means the first few videos, the first 8 videos for this game ended up being a little bit washed out. Not terribly so. I mean, they still look good on my TV, and it still looks good now. But I think they were like a little bit washed out. Alright, so now we need to go to Myssidia. Now we could go over land, but the easiest way might just be sailing south. Because we're going to need the ship eventually anyways. If I remember correctly where Myssidia is. So yeah, let's go back to the ship. Alright. Got a couple hornets here. They're nothing. Alright. So yeah, my recording setup's not really set up for HDR right now. Which kind of sucks, because I really do like HDR. I really do feel like it enhances visuals of most games that, use it. But I either have to straight up turn HDR off for recording or deal with things being potentially a bit washed out. Alright, so I think here is where we need to dock. Deal with these buccaneers. Alright, and then I think it's over this way. Now we got some bombs. Like actual proper bombs. I wonder if flans are in this game. I know we've got like flan like enemies. Yeah, classic Final Fantasy enemies. First introduced in Final Fantasy II. Alright, I think Myssidia is up... It's either up here or down below. I'm not sure which. It's kind of the problem of this version of the world map. You know, it doesn't really show you where things are until you've been there. Like, I'm trying to look and see on the map where Myssidia is, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. But I know it's down here somewhere. You know, where we are. I'm just not entirely sure where. Okay, so not up here. Must be down south. Alright, we'll deal with these big horns. Yeah, it's like theoretically I could play, you know, I could record games in HDR, but you kind of have to like master it differently. Ah, there it is. There's Myssidia. So I could theoretically record game. Ooh, Marlboros, another classic, or Marlboros. Sorry, Marlboro is a cigarette company. Yeah, another classic Final Fantasy monster. Got its start in Final Fantasy 2. Although there is kind of a predecessor in Final Fantasy 1 with the Ochis or Ochos. But yeah, you know, my HDMI splitter, my capture card do support HDR. So theoretically I can record it. But like you have to master things differently, and YouTube HDR playback isn't very good. So there's like really no... Excuse me, throat really dry there for a second. There's really like no easy way to do it. And unfortunately, automatic tone mapping doesn't seem to be supported on OBS that I've found, at least. I don't know. To tone map it back to SDR. But yes, welcome to Myssidia, the Mages City. Yeah, this is Myssidia's Kingdom of Mages. You've certainly come a long way to be here. So Myssidia pops up in multiple Final Fantasy games. Most notably in Final Fantasy IV, I believe. And then also, I think, in... I want to say it's in 14 as well, but 14 has, like, everything, so... But yeah, this is, you know, just like how multiple Final Fantasies, you know, none of them are interconnected. The mainline games, none of them are interconnected. So Myssidia shows up in multiple games, but it's not the same Myssidia. I believe it is, as you say. The time to break the tower's seal is upon us. Well, that's good. We have many ancient texts in our town. Please browse them at your leisure. I certainly plan to. 3 artifacts protect the seal on the tower. Okay. What are the artifacts? Some time ago, a wizard named Minwu passed through town on his way to the tower. You'd best hurry after him. We certainly plan to. A statue of a goddess is enshrined beneath the city. She watches over the crystal rods. Ooh, multiple rods. Okay. Let's go here. What do we have for equipment? Ogre Killer. And Ice Bow. Let's go ahead and get an Ice Bow and give me 2 Ogre Killers. That takes up most of our equipment, but I think it's worth it. Oh yeah, good upgrade there. Good upgrade there. And yeah, very effective against giant enemies. There we go. That'll help if we run into any more Gigases. Gigas? I don't know. So, okay. Now sell... I sell that. Sell my Mithril Axes. And... you know what? Screw it. I'm going to sell these. We're going to hold on to the Trident for now. Because I instantly regretted the last time I sold that. So we'll hold on to it for now. But other than that, I think we're good. Okay, armor. Okay, knight's armor, thief's gloves, giant's gloves. No actual upgrades, so I think we're good. All right, what's over here? Oh, the magic shop, of course. You know, this being the city of mages, they have a massive magic shop. So we've got Fire, Thunder, Blizzard, Cure. We're good on that. Again, Cure, Blink, Protect, Shell. I think we're good on all of these. Barrier. Raises barrier to defend against elemental attacks and status ailments. I think I might want one of those. Wall. That would be good as well. Swap, I don't think we're going to get that. Holy Spell would be really good, but I can't afford it right now. It deals holy damage. Although you do have to spend time leveling it up for it to actually be useful. Life, I think I want one of those. Sap, Warp, and Teleport. I think we're good on that. Alright, Fear. I think we'll go ahead and get Basuna. Asuna and Silence. There we go. So what we really want now is Holy. You know, you got Holy and you got Ultima. Those are like the two top tier spells. Ultima is a black spell. Holy is like the top tier white spell. Let's go items. Alright, Barrier. Let's put that on you. Wall on you. Life. That one's for Guy. And Basuna on Oh, Maria's full out. Maria's full out. Oh, shit. So what do we not need here? What do we not want for her? You know what? I'm going to get rid of Fog. And I'm going to get rid of... I think we're going to get rid of Dispel. I don't really see myself... No. We'll get rid of Slow. I don't really see myself ever using that. There we go. She'll learn Basuna. And then her last slot will be for Holy. And then Guy, you know, we definitely want to leave a spot open for him for Ultima, because that's, you know, he's getting that. And then Furion is whatever. Alright, so we are good then. Alright, so you want to break the seal on the tower? Yes, I agree that this is the time. We will do nothing to stop you. You must first collect the two masks, then travel to a certain cave somewhere on this continent. Within, you should find a crystal rod, an artifact you will need if you are to enter the tower. Okay, so we have one mask. We have the white mask. What else do we need? Oh, this is the sanctuary. I was thinking that was the library. A very small island lies in the middle of the sea. There you'll find the black mask, the white mask's counterpart. See, I knew sailing here was the right move. Although I think there's another chocobo forest around here too. Alright, so this is the library, and we can ask this bookshelf about many different things to learn about them. So Wild Rose, it knows nothing. Dreadnought, it knows nothing. Akmet Telos, it knows nothing. However, all our other keywords here. Mithril is a strong, easily processed metal. Highly responsive to magic, it forms the basis of magical armaments. Alright, airships. Recent technological advances have produced the airship. Should these technical arts proliferate, they could one day drive magic from the world. Interesting. So yeah, this is very much about world building here. In the time before the world knew castles or kingdoms, a star fell to the land now called Kashuan. A man gathered flame from the star and built an altar to enshrine it. Ah, so it was a meteorite. Goddess's Bell. Once long ago, a king ordered the making of an indestructible lock and key. 3 sets were fashioned. The first was forged from friendship, the second from love, and the third from wonder. The sets forged from friendship and love were soon broken, because they can be fleeting. But the third was wrought from the wonder evoked by the ringing of a single pure note, and it held fast. That key was the goddess's bell. So pleased was the king, he hid the bell away in a cavern of snow where it rests to this day. Not anymore. So again, you could potentially get to Myssidia before before getting the goddess's bell. So this could, give you a clue of where to go if you weren't sure. Dragoons. The Isle of Deist is the ancestral home of the Wyverns. A knight named Han visited the island, and over a period of 30 years he cultivated a bond with the Wyverns. Han later became the first Dragoon. Interesting. What about Wyverns themselves? A close relative to the dragon, the Wyvern is trained to serve as the airborne mount of the Dragoons. Though smaller than a dragon, the creature's strength allows it to carry 4 to 5 people into the air. Interesting. Fearing that the tremendous power they wielded might lead the world to destruction, the mages of old founded a settlement in Myssidia and dwelt there in seclusion. Okay, what about the masks? Make of the white mask an offering to the goddess beneath Myssidia. If thou art pure of heart, the doppelganger will cease to move. Fit then the black mask upon him, and both he and his defiled heart shall fade. Ah, okay. So, Ultima Tome. In ages long past, Pandemonium, the palace of the Lord of Hell, emerged unto our land. The mages of old wove a spell of fearsome power and banished Pandemonium, averting the crisis. However, the mages feared that the spell was so powerful it could throw the world into chaos. So they constructed a great tower and sealed within it the tome inscribed with the spell's secrets. Ah, okay. Interesting. I'm not sure I ever really knew that before. Because even though you can get Ultima, it doesn't really come into play in the story itself. You know, even though you're sent to go find it and stuff like that, it's kind of a nothing burger. Nothing burger. So I could go down and deal with the white mask now, but yeah, but there's no real need to do that just yet because we don't have the black mask. However, we do know where to find the black mask. It's that little island down in the center of the Southern Sea. So we need to, first off, where is... I swear there is a chocobo forest around here somewhere. And I would like to get it on my map. Well, that's not good. Yeah, swapping their health with mine. But I think we'll be fine. I just used my magic to heal up. There we go. Everybody's full up and healed. Yeah, I'm not sure where that chocobo forest is. I swear there's one around here. But I'm not sure where. Alright, we got some mines and bombs. Deal with these in one more round. No problem at all. There we go. Good, good, good. Alright, not too bad. A whole bunch of ghosts, though. Still don't know where that chocobo forest is, but I swear there's one around here. I mean, strictly speaking, we don't really need it. See, that was why I kept Mini. Because if you cast Mini on somebody who's already Mini'd, I think it reverses it. But it's also one that doesn't last after battle. Here, I don't think. Alright, deal with these bombs, and then we sail to that sea, or to that island in the sea. Bum bum ba dum bum. There we go. Alright. So we gotta go up and around here. Through that strait again. After dealing with these Helldivers. And then south by southwest. I wouldn't necessarily say we're nearing the end of the game, but we are running out of locations to visit on the world map. There's really only like 3 or 4 that I can think of. And we're going to one of them right now with another soon after. Maybe 5 that I can think of that we've yet to go to. And there's really no more villages. You know, Fynn is now the basis of the rebellion. You know, we've recaptured Fynn in the blow to the Empire. Myssidia doesn't really count as a city. It's a dungeon, basically. And, like, most of... like, half the towns have been destroyed. Like, Pelum and Poft are destroyed. Salamand's... I think Salamand's still around right now, and Bafsk. But, maybe not for long. All right, here we are. All right, let's go ahead, pop a cottage real quick to make sure we're all healed up. Our magic is restored and everything. So I'd say we're like maybe half to 2/3 of the way through the game. All right, let's go ahead and pop a save as well. Not over that one. Let's save here. There we go. And in we go. So now we're in the tropical island, and we are looking for the 20 treasure chests. And apparently a weapon shop and an item shop are here as well. But yes, we're looking for the black mask. Where was Myssidia? Oh, no chest there. It's not showing any. Interesting. All right, so looking at our map again, we've got a couple dead ends here. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff here, but only one way down. All right, stunners and were-rats, nothing we haven't encountered before. We can handle these guys with no problem. You know, we can handle them pretty easily. So yeah, yellow jelly and red moose. Again, this is kind of like the basic flan design, but we're not seeing any that are called flan just yet. Now you've got kind of that naming scheme, which makes me think that there's probably going to be some flans in here. But yeah, you got that kind of naming scheme with like different pudding style desserts. You know, you've got mousse and jelly and, you know, different kind of dessert type stuff. You know, just like a flan would be, or a flan. So we got some eye drops, can't hold any more, that's fine. So I'm thinking in Final Fantasy II, flans are just a specific color, kind of like how the bombs are the red ones when you've got like balloons are the blue ones or whatever. You've got like green ones as well. I can't remember what those were called. Yo, the bomb is like the basic archetype of that enemy type. So this would be like the flan. Alright, up here. Whole bunch of mooses. You know, it makes sense. You know, we can just power through, relying on critical hits and stuff. But it makes sense. You know, this is protecting a magical treasure. Of course, it's going to be a whole bunch of enemies that are strong against physical attacks and weak to magic. So that's what I should be doing. You know, after this fight, I think we'll probably switch to magic attacks in the next one. Because this is very inefficient. Like, I don't really have to interact with it because I have it on auto battle, but it's very inefficient. Just sit there and wait. Alright, we got a high potion, can't hold any more. Alright, preemptive strike. Okay, magic. We wanted magic. Thunder. I'm gonna try, yeah, have you do fire. Have you do thunder, and you do thunder. So the color they are is the color they're strong against here. Okay. In some of the other games in the series, the color they are is the color they're weak against. Or, you know, sometimes they're diametrically opposed. Like in Final Fantasy X, there's only 4 elemental types. Fire and ice, which are diametrically opposed, and water and thunder, which are diametrically opposed as well. So, you know, thunder-based enemies are weak to water, water-based enemies are weak to thunder, and so on. Dual Deads, are you guys weak to physical as well? Oh, yes, you are. I don't need to focus on magic for you. Alright, that's good. Alright, so down and then up and down. Okay. Were rats and stunners. There we go. Alright, yellow jelly and red moose. Again, we're trying to... yeah, may as well. Just have them go straight off. Your best bet, though. Actually, what I should be doing is raising haste. So this will last a second round. I could have had it, you know, ended in 1. But I'm trying to raise haste a little bit. Eh, maybe not in one, since somebody did not take out their red moose. Or their yellow jelly. Alright, let's try this again then. Yeah, let's have you do that. And you just straight up attack. Why not? There we go. You know, at least they're not absorbing it. You know, some games, you know, elemental type enemies like this will have, you know, if they're hit with their elements, they end up absorbing it, and basically you end up healing them instead. All right, so we got an ether. And I just turned into a dead end here. Walked into a dead end. There we go. Alright, more red mooses. Red mises. So you are... Oh, I'm an idiot. The last fight, I aligned the elements with the colors rather than... You're not supposed to do that. Okay. I'm an idiot. Such an idiot. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that works. No wonder why they didn't go down in a single hit. Sheesh. I should have known better. I was just talking about it too. And then I just didn't pay attention. Okay, got some spider silk. I think that's everything on this floor. I'm not sure. Let's have you do fire. Let's have you do... yeah, let's have you do thunder. And then you can just straight up defend. I don't care. Because this fight will be over as soon as Guy and Furion get their attacks off. There we go. Alright, that's everything. Yeah, everything on this floor. So that's a quarter of the dungeon's chests already. We saw that they only have... There's only 20 chests. And that's 5 just on the first floor. There we go. Alright, red moose. Alright. Oh, Layla kills them all before everybody else gets a chance. Layla went first. Alright, dual deads and dual heads. We got ambushed, though. That's not good. But we can withstand it. We're doing pretty good here. You know, our main 3 are all well over 1,000 HP for their max. So we got, like, nothing to worry about. Alright, Tropical Island B2. We've got another 3, 4, 5 treasure chests. And 2 ways down. Interesting. I'm not sure which way is which. Alright. Deal with these were-rats and stunners real quick. Ba-da-ba-ba-dum-ba-da-dum-bum. There we go. Good. Perfect. All right. I think, let's do thunder, fire, everybody else defend. I think we're going to get this treasure chest up in the corner here, then check out where this staircase leads, and then we'll be back up to get the rest of the loot on this floor. Oh, that leads further down, and then that leads down as well. But there's a dead end there. And a path to the right. Ah! See, they're messing around with that verticality. Alright, and you... you just attack. Maybe we'll get lucky. No. Yeah, they're messing around with that verticality to get multiple paths through the dungeon. And I'm like, I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go to actually progress. No. Did I... Yeah, you on fire. You on fire. Your fire is okay, but I think we'll go ahead and pop it as well. Or not. Okay, that works. Just gotta remember there's another path and a bunch of loot up above. Alright, let's go ahead and do thunder. Let's do fire. Blizzard. No, let's do fire. Because your blizzard's a level 5. And then thunder. Take them out lickety-split. Alright, perfect. Okay, got some spider silk, and down here we have... Okay, a short little path back up. Okay, those two link together. That... I'm trying to see if I'm reading this right. I have no idea. Alright, let's do thunder. Let's do fire. Let's do thunder. And thunder. Alright, and there they go. Guy doesn't get his thunder off. He stole his thunder. So this brings us back up. Oh, okay. So yeah, not much here. Ooh, what have we here? Where are you coming from? Yeah, we got these guys. Ooh, look at your weird face. Why are you not wearing a mask? So we got a hidden tribe here. Ooh, okay, you say the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Okay, that's the same. What can I do for you? So you sell items. There we go. We can sell some items to you as well. We don't have too much else, so I think we're good. Thank you. What can I do for you? So you sell things as well. Oh, yeah, Demon Axe, Demon Spear, don't buy those. They're cursed. I think. Gaia Drum. So that basically casts Quake. And then the Ruby Cuirass. So none of this equipment's actually any good for us anyways, so we're good. Black Mask is our treasure. We keep you at the bottom of the cave. You keep your hands off. No matter. You can't find you, so you're not takey. Okay, you say the same thing. So yeah, these guys were protecting it, but I need it. Ooh, look at your weird face. Why are you not wearing a mask? Alright, so now we need to backtrack a bit. So I guess I chose correctly. Alright. Let's stick with this. There we go, there's the thunder too. There we go. Alright, so just backtrack just a little bit. Okay, back one more floor. It's like, I know I could use like warp and teleport and stuff like that. But I don't really need to. You know, this was quote-unquote off the beaten path. You know, give some added context to what we're doing here. Like, I do find it interesting you could get the Black Mask without ever meeting those guys, knowing that they were there. But yeah, because our divergent point is like right up here. So that's why I'm like not terribly worried. Let's go ahead do... No. Let's do... Aura? Nah, let's not. Let's not deal with that. Let's just do fire. And fire. And thunder. And thunder. There we go. Alright, so guys, Thunder leveled up. It's now at level 3. Good. Alright, so yeah, this was our divergent point. Oh, you can actually zoom in. Interesting. Did not even pay attention to the fact you could do that. So we want up in the corner there and then follow the path around, basically. Going off into each of the dead ends. Alright, bye-bye dual head. Bye-bye dual heads. Did I just say dual head twice? I meant dual head and dual dead. Alright, so we got a Scourge Tome. I don't think we really need that. Yeah, it deals poison damage in battle. It's really only useful if you can get it to, like, high level. Alright. There we go. Alright, and down here, preemptive strike. More dual deads and dual heads already gone. Got a mace for our trouble. Scourge Tome. Oh, I missed back here. Alright, let's do fire. Fire. Okay, your thunder's at level 3, but your fire's at level 4, so we're going to keep you on thunder. And then you as well. Thunder 5. Ah! Maria closes out the fight. There we go. Ah! Were-rats and stunners. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a Blind Tome. Don't need it. We'll sell that back in Myssidia or somewhere. Because after here, we do have to go back to Myssidia. Apparently we need the Crystal Rod for something. Alright, let's do fire, fire, thunder, and thunder. How long until Layla's thunder levels up, I wonder? I would have laughed if it had happened right there, but nope, it did not. Okay, got Blind Tome. Dual deads, dual heads. There we go. Alrighty. Perfect. Good, good, good. Okay, so from here, we've got a treasure chest down there. And then follow around and down. And then the bottom, we want to come back up on the bottom. For sure. Layla is just always first off the bat. You know, first up to bat. I don't know what's going on with her. You know, the other three, it kind of mixes and matches some ways. Sometimes, but Layla's always first up. First off the block. That's, I think, what I was trying to say. And I was getting my metaphors mixed. Alright. I think we'll be fine if we just put it on auto battle. There we go. Alright, how are we doing on magic? Yeah, we're not too bad. Alright, speaking of magic. There we go. Asuna's now level 4. Okay, dual deads, dual heads. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright, again, just follow this around. Oh, why am I still using magic against these guys? Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I just was not paying attention at all. This is part of the problem with auto battle. You just stop paying attention, so I'm basically wasting magic. When the most efficient way is physical attacks to get rid of these guys. I mean, it helps a little bit in leveling up, like Furion's Fire leveled up. You know, it helps a little bit in leveling up your magic, but it's like not really necessary. Alright, so... Shit, which way do I go? I do know I want to go down. We got poison toads. I want to go down to the bottom of this map. Because that'll get us back up in the dead end with a treasure chest. The poison toads, I assume that means, yeah, they can poison us too. Not too surprised there. Yeah, we're like way overpowered for this dungeon. But to be fair, you can get to this dungeon a lot sooner than we came to it. Alright, so yes, there's a dead end here with a treasure chest. We're finally deep enough into this dungeon. We're starting to get some stronger monsters, though. Speaking of which... Okay, let's do Cure... Oh, not quite what I meant. You know what? I'll do Cure on everybody. And then Cure over here on everybody. And Cure over here on everybody. And you just attack. And that'll be it. There we go. Furion didn't get his off, but Guy's Cure leveled up, so that's good at least. So we got a Phoenix down for our trouble. Alright, Wild Horn. Remember how we fought Big Horns earlier up on the surface? Now we got Wild Horns down here. Before we leave this floor for the one below again, let's take another peek. Oh! Oh, that doesn't really go anywhere, does it? So, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. So the bottom corner here sends you back up the path, and that'll bring you back down in the upper corner here, so you can go down from there. However, there's two other places to go down and a treasure chest, so I think we might want to go look at those first. You know, that'll at least give us a peek of what's going on the floor below. So we know whether or not it's worth taking those stairs and that, you know, going up a level to come back down too. Alright, magic. Asuna, there we go, thank you. Alright, where does this take us? After we deal with these guys. I wasn't paying attention. What spell did I use? Oh, fire? No, I want you on thunder. Because you're on fire. You're on thunder. And you are also on thunder. Alright, bye-bye, Red Moose. And bye-bye yellow jellies. Poor guy, didn't get his spell off. Maria's fire leveled up, though. Alright, so... Aha. This is the way forward. I'm pretty sure, because all the rest end up at dead ends. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. And get the things we need here. Before coming back down. That way we don't have to, like, waste magic or health on, like, teleport or whatever it is. To maneuver around the dungeon. Oh, poor guy. Alright, so what do we got here? We got a death idol. What the hell is that? Okay, talisman that strikes fear in the target's heart, making them more likely to flee. Has the same effect as fear, casting fear. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so now we gotta go back down to the corner. And follow that extra long path we weren't sure if we really wanted to. Now we know we do, because there's 3 treasure chests at the end of it. Oh, Layla's out of magic. That is fine. We've got plenty of ethers. So let's go ahead. Give her some more. Everybody else, I think, is fine. We'll do one more. There we go. I mean, even 10. There we go. Not quite what I wanted from Layla, but it'll be fine. I would have had to reset everybody else. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so up we go here. Follow this path to its end. Alright, attack. Do a thunder. Do a thunder. Do a thunder, because why not? And do a thunder, because why not? Or not. There we go. Alright. Poison Toad, straight up attacks. Perfect. Okay, now we go down again. Ambushed, uh-oh. There we go. Made it through. Alright, now at the end of this is loot. Now I want that loot. Oh, seriously? Now we have changers. They are nothing. Alright, we got sleep grass. Monsters. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, this is nothing. We can power through this, no problem. Yeah, each of our characters can basically one-shot these guys. There we go. So we got another Gaia drum. We got sleep grass. Alright, so now... Therian. Yeah, we just want to go to the previous floor a couple times. There we go. Use it again. Alright, now this might screw me up. Let's do one more. No, it took me exactly where I needed to go. Okay, good, perfect. So back up to the corner then. Alright, so back up over here. There we go. Death Idol. Ah, so close. Right on the stairs. Right on the top of the stairs. Alright, this should be the last treasure chest. Sleep Tome. There might be one more for the Black Mask itself. But then that should be it. And through this door... Yes, we have a boss, or a mini-boss, rather. So it's probably a good idea. There we go. To heal up. Use some ethers. There we go. And let's drop a quick save real quick. Oh, seriously? Right before I get to it. There we go. It guard mask. Yes, it do. So now we have a set of 4 bighorns got ambushed. But we can just auto-fight through this. We've been fighting these guys, you know, as normal fights, no problem. You know, each of our characters can basically almost one-shot them. Almost, not quite. It's like, this is the end of this fight. This round is the end of this fight. There we go. All right. Made it through. And for our prize, we found the Black Mask. So now it's time to go use them in Myssidia. And if we check our maps, yeah, that's 20 out of 20. We got all items. And I overshot. Oh, it was the wild horns, not the big horns that we were facing. I'm an idiot. Yeah, these guys we can one-shot. The big horns are a little bit stronger. So it took like 2 characters to take down each one. Yes, let's leave. Alright, so now it's back up to Myssidia. And the easiest way is either sailing around the bottom of that continent and up into that bay there on to the west of Myssidia, or just docking and crossing the marsh, you know, right between the mountain ranges. However, the most efficient way is to dock back where we were beforehand. You know, go back up through the strait and go that way. There we go. All right, Buccaneers, no problem here. Excuse me. We should definitely be able to afford Holy when we get back up there too. All right, we're almost there. There we go. And stopping right here. Werewolves! Uh-oh. Yeah, guy got poisoned. Like, come on, man. What you doing? Alright, magic. Asuna. There we go. Alright, plenty of werewolves. They go down pretty easily. Alright, now that we have the masks. First off, I want to go buy Holy. There we go. I just need one. You can buy multiple. You know, you can give it to everybody if you want, but I only need one. And we're going to go ahead and use that on Maria. Maria now knows Holy. Now we need to start using that to level it up. All right, items. I don't think you have anything for me to buy. No. You either now. We're all maxed out. All right, let's go ahead. Before we buy stuff, let's go ahead and sell off the stuff we don't need or aren't going to use. There we go. All right, buy. Okay, Phoenix Downs. We'll max that out. Buy another cottage. Ethers. Can't fully max that out. I think let's just do... There we go. 85 ethers. Now, I could buy 3 more, but we don't really need to right now. 85 is more than enough. All right, what we want to do now is go down here, where we have a little mini... Oh, no. This is not a mini dungeon. Statue beams with a beatific smile. Oh. I put the white mask on here, right? Not the black... Yeah, not the black mask. Put the white mask on here. I forgot there's somewhere else we need to go. You place the white mask on the statue. We didn't necessarily need to do this yet, but it'll be more obvious in a second why. Because we have another dungeon we gotta go to. And this one will be stronger. Oh, before I leave, I should probably heal at the end.